All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to be playing some fun stuff today. We're going to be taking a look at Simulacrum Synthesizer because we haven't played this in a minute, and we just want to do some big, dumb combo-y things. I've been looking for different versions of this. I saw some stuff that a few people had played online that I ran across played against me. I saw some stuff that Saffron Olive had played. So I kind of made like an amalgamation of different versions, and I think this should work out pretty well for us. So let's hop in and see what we got going on. We're starting with some 3 steps ahead because this is really good in this deck, not just to counter stuff, but also to copy things, which we'll probably be doing a lot. We do have some get loss, which obviously is good removal for about a lot of different things. These days, you're killing a lot of overlords. We have not on my watch, just kind of a couple more things against those hyper aggro decks, being able to get stuff out of the way and exiled so some stuff doesn't trigger. We do have temporary lockdown, also very good. Might need to play more lockdown, to be honest. We just have to see how things go. Simulacrum Synthesizer, of course, if you don't know what it is, it comes into play at Scry's 2, and then every time we play an artifact 3 or less that enters the battlefield, we get to make a construct that is +1/+1 for each artifact we control. Some other ways we're going to get artifacts, though, is we have Stern Lesson, which lets us draw 2, discard a card, and make a Power Stone, which we can use to cast these artifacts. We do also have a Thran Spider, which makes more Power Stones, and can help us search, which is kind of nice. Mondrak, since we're going to have things making various tokens, this should work pretty well for us. And it's just a hard creature to get rid of. Though we aren't above using a Sunfall because we may have to. But we also have some Mightstone, Weakstone as a way to draw cards, but also can get rid of stuff that's pretty big because it is -5/-5 to something if we want to. And the 2 mana is important because we have some pretty expensive spells we may try to cast in the form of Nexus of Becoming, which can get us extra copies of stuff at the start of the combat step. And really, once we get a series of copies of things, whether that's another synthesizer or another Mightstone, Weakstone, or Thunder Hulk, where we're getting extra tokens, those gnomes and stuff start to add up pretty quick, or even Hulking Metamorph, where we can actually copy any of the things effectively. Could all be very good in this deck. So this has a lot of ways to kind of go big if the game goes a little bit long, but also if you land in early Simulacrum, you can kind of just start going nuts. So lots of fun stuff we're going to get to do with this deck. Now, I haven't played anything like this in a minute, so this is going to be an interesting experiment to see how things work. But I implore you, watch as much of the experiment as you can, because that helps the channel. The longer you watch, the more YouTube wants to recommend our stuff. But at the end of all that, if you do like this, and this is right up your alley, be sure to click the link in the description below to take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can get in there and try this for yourself. But let's go see if this whole synthesizer thing is able to run over the opponent with a whole big stack of multiplied golems. We'll see. Oh, all right. We're going to keep only because we get to go first, and maybe we'll get to stick a Simulacrum, but obviously we need a 3rd turn untapped land. You know, if they have a bat or a discard spell, like we're going to be in a world of hurt. All right. We at least solve the first part of that equation. Now it's, do we get to resolve a synthesizer? Bandit's Talent, we can live with that. Probably going with Sunfall here. Probably gonna have to put a land on top if I were guessing. Yeah, and I don't even know if we want Mondrak or not. That is a tough call. I'm going to say no Mondrak in this matchup. I mean, we'll discard again. This turn probably going to be Stern Lesson. Though I don't... Oh, we didn't have to discard. Well, dang it. Now I wish I would have had Mondrak. Like, I don't mind having the lockdown against all this stuff, though. Yep, copy that. I mean, kill a creature, kill a creature. Yeah, it's whatever. Like, it was worth taking the risk. We still got what we wanted out of it. Not you, not you. I mean, you can cut down a 2/2. That is a legit thing to kill here. Yeah, I think we go digging. Wow, that is very disappointing. Like, beyond belief. Alright. So it's discard with enchantments so they can draw. Alright, I see what you're doing. Got a little bit of something going on. Tiny bones. Yeah, sure. I'm not discarding your or removing your stuff at this point. I mean, if you have a counter, you have a counter. It's whatever. Turn all non-creature, non-land permanents to their owner hands. Alright, I mean, I don't hate that. I guess we'll leave a Nexus of Becoming on top. Attack for 2. So now they either get to kill our 2/2, unless they drew another swamp, right? They kill our 2/2 or start... Oh, well, now they found their other black source. So they get to do all of it now. Yep, kill our dude. Fortunately, we're set up to do some fun things now. Thanks, opponent. Yep, and guess what we're putting into play? That was an awesome rebuild. It's like nothing even happened. They might have another one, though. I do like what they're doing, though. Like, leave your creature in, pick up all your stuff that, like, deals more damage, makes opponent discard. That's kind of a slick little play. That's a creative little build. I'm kind of into that. I like what they're doing. What do they say? I like the cut of your jib. Now it's a little tough because they have damage in hand. They've got 2, 3, 4, 5 if they want it. And they get to draw some cards here. Alright. Sacrifice creature with the highest power, right? So I lose one of these. Great. Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of have to, right? To not die. Or at least make sure there's no weird situation, but you're probably close to it anyway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Ooh, boy. All right, let's keep it. Hoping we don't get hit with the duress. Actually, duress or bat. I feel like we're dodging a few things here. Mountain means no duress, no bat. However, it does mean opponent gets to start doing things here. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play this, since we don't have any white mana yet. Or only one white. Okay, well that kind of sort of solves that other problem. Alright. So then we'll get an opportunity to temporary lockdown, which would be great. They draw a card, coming in hot. They give a thing +1, +0. Oh, even better. We only take 5 here. And we get rid of both of them. I will gladly take 1 to get rid of 2 knuckleheads. Feels like a very fair trade. We're at 12. Obviously, they can still have hasty things, which we're now just running into. Not terrible, but I think we're going to go with this. Feels a little wasteful, but we were low enough that we do potentially die. Now we maybe have a blocker and a blocker. Hopefully they just have a bunch of things they could play on creatures, but no more creatures. Feels like no such luck, though. I was going to say, there's some more creatures right there. Oh, well, you're a thing. All right. Get us some blockers. Pass the turn. That Not on My Watch is a clutch draw here. And also, if we untap a land, then we get 3-fold Thunderhulk, and we're practically at lethal. So here's the plan. They attack, we block. Make them spend all their stuff. Oh, they're not. They're just going to go for it here. That, if it resolves, they get to manifest. Oh, when it dies. It won't die. It'll just get exiled. So that's fine. Alright. You don't get a chance to sacrifice that, opponent. I am not a fan of that. So we're going to Might of the Meek to get a card. That makes sense, especially if you're looking for another threat. Especially with us just being at 8, and you might need something to sacrifice. Well, that could potentially get you there. We did not draw the 7th mana. So, what do we have access to here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's what we got to do. Copy this. You know, I don't hate either of these, but I kind of want to get lost first. So I'm just going to attack... Well, if they have the flyer, we can't do anything anyway, right? It's just attack for 7. I mean, if they have it, we're dead, right? You just got to give it up. If they have it, it's whatever. But if it's just a ground dude... Okay, see? That's reasonable. We can still live with that. Yep, you got it. Alright, we're going to make this a body. And then I think that's game, right? If we just make these gigantic, they have to block. Oh no, we're in that situation. We still didn't get there, right? That's 3, 5, 6. Yeah, alright. Well, never mind then. I'm an idiot. Let's just kill one of these. Attack these with... Actually, if you block one, that's 10, 11, 12... Oh, it's Xaxes. Doesn't even matter if they block one. I was like, for some reason, I just forgot about this one I had. Yep. Alright, good deal. Good solid win against Mono Red. Love that. Alright, opponent gets to go first. Yeah, we keep this. We have a Get Lost, and then we have a Simulacrum. Like, that seems okay. I mean, obviously, if we get batted, it's gonna suck, but... Ah, well. Tough life, right? Things happen. It was not a bat. Kind of the next best thing that happened to us. Though this does mean this is probably one of those sacrifice decks. And boy, those decks can do a lot of stuff real quick. I'm going to go ahead and discard this Nexus of Becoming. Oh, I was going to say, because I want to be able to use this to get another Simulacrum, but it's alright. Pass the turn. I got to figure out if we're going to be able to survive this, honestly, because if a Viper comes down here, we kind of have to be able to get lost it. That could be annoying. But I think we're okay for a second. But I would expect to see a Viper next turn. Which means, sadly, we won't get to use our turn to play the other Simulacrum, which we would like to, and make some blockers. Do we even want these? Truthfully, we might just want the land. I don't think we care about... As much as we'd like to have extra cards, like, if we can survive and get Simulacrum plus something, then like we're probably okay anyway. Now, if they sack everything to the Viper, I was gonna say we discard a card, probably gonna be 3 steps ahead. Then we just kill Viper. That's fine. Hopeless Nightmare complicates things a little bit, though. I think we... Well, now this gets a little weird. Nah, I think we still discard that. I don't think we're going to have an opportunity to play it. And if Viper comes, we'll just discard the Hulking Metamorph, because I think that's what's about to happen. They will have access to more cards next turn, and the Forge will still be live, so we're not out of the woods by any stretch. But there is the Viper. So they get to scry twice, they get to exile a couple of cards, they can play till the end of next turn. Sadly, a bunch of their stuff does have haste. But we'll do what we can. Alright, they top and bottom, they exile, that's a land, they exile land. Alright, so here's some good news. We ultimately didn't take a lot of damage here, right? And they didn't really draw threats. They drew land off the top. So that does help a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Alright, so we'll wait to do this during the beginning of their attack step. Oh, that's super unfortunate. This is like a version of the deck that I just built recently. Like, I'm just realizing that. I think this is the same build. Yeah, we're definitely going to die here, because now we're taking 5 from this. And unless we have just another removal card for next turn, I don't think we can throw it. We have to get another removal off the top here. If we do, we have an outside chance. That's... I guess that means we're not dead. I mean, they can always top deck something here, obviously, but we at least get 2 blockers that are relevant size. And now we have mana that we can Synthesizer, get a body. If the other thing off the top that we draw is a 3 or 4 cost, no, 3 cost artifact, we might have a shot. Oh, yeah, we're going to be dead anyway, right? Yeah, we're dead. Because, again, yeah, we had to draw the removal spell. Because their land's going to get us. Because this is going to be at least 6, right? 4 plus 2. Yeah, even if we jump block it, we're dead. Oh, and they hit on that? Oh, yeah, we had no chance. We truly had no chance. Alright, you got us, opponent. Dang it. Ooh, can we get away with this? I mean, let's try it. The answer's probably no. We probably shouldn't try. But, let's see. Alright, that's not terrible. If they come in with a hasty thing, we can get it. So that's cool. Oh, well, Reanimator stuff's probably not good for us. Though, if the game goes a reasonable distance, we'd actually be able to counter the reanimation spell. So that's not the worst. We need a lot more mana. Probably just keep the spider. The problem here, though, is if they have 4 mana Reanimator, we can't do anything to stop the Atraxa. But, if they don't, then we do have some possibilities with the 3 steps ahead. Alright, making us discard is tough, but okay, I think. Alright, I think I'm going to do this. Would be more mana efficient just make another thing, but I want multiple bodies here and the mana. Sadly, now this does mean that they can reanimate and they can use that to trigger their bitter reunion, so that sucks. But if they don't reanimate this turn, we're not in bad shape. Because then they have to defend Liliana and like it becomes a whole thing. Yeah, I'll get rid of this.
I've always hated crowds.
Oh, you know what? I should have kept Thran Spider. Because there's a better chance they have the Virtue that gives -3/-3. I wasn't thinking. I should have thought about that for like a half second longer. Okay, they didn't have it. It's just a bitter reunion. So that helps. Probably trying to dig into a land, I would think. Nope, they discarded a land. Okay. Alright, that's not terrible. Ooh, you are almost the right answer. You are very, very close to being correct. Can't use that to cast anything, opponent. Alright, so... I'd have to spend 4, which only leaves 1 open. That's not any good. Alright, I guess we end the turn. Can't really do too much here. If I had another land, then I would have went ahead and played the Metamorph, leave up 3 so that we could 3 steps ahead. But I think we need to counter some type of reanimation spell here. And it's going to be tough if they have 2 back-to-back. Yep. We knew that was a possibility. Can I counter and draw? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't have the mana for it. That's what I thought. Sadly, this now means we just have to go for it. And then maybe leave up not on my watch. So when they get it, try to haste it, we could exile. Ugh, is that the best thing we can do? Oh, we can't even do both of these, actually. Oh, that sucks. Damn. Damn. Alright, well, if the opponents got us, they got us. We'll just have to figure a way around it. Oh my gosh. I'll take a 6th mana, I guess, for a Nexus of Becoming. It's like the best thing we can do, I guess. I mean, here's the other option too, though, right? Like, we might just be able to make creatures big enough to fight with them as well. But I assume it's going to be easier said than done. Man, I don't think I've ever wanted a Nexus of Becoming to actually be a land instead. But that's the situation we're in. Really wanted that to be a land. Would have been huge. Alright, what's the deal? They still only have Atraxa to reanimate. Alright, Liliana, sure.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
Sack a creature. They're at 15.
One of your friends has to leave.
These are 6. They'll be, or 5. They'll be 4 each. But then, if we played this, they'd be back to 5s. Possibly make a thing would be 6. I don't think we'd kill them. So, I'm going to sack this. And just go for more value. So I feel like that's one of the few ways we can actually realistically win. And just say if they have the things, they have the things, right? At some point, you just get us. Oh, you are late. Oh, no, you come into play now, actually. Yep. And that triggers. Now we have lethal. So keeping that other synthesizer was a good idea. Oh, no, because those can't... Oh, it's exactly 15. Ah, nice. Exactsies. I thought it was going to be one short for some reason. Ew, we got to mulligan that. Okay, maybe. Like, you know, this might be something. Did not want to see that with this hand. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. Just knowing we're going to have to discard, I think my plan is going to be probably discard Get Lost, play the Simulacrum. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a sacrifice deck. So it wasn't so discard heavy. Cool, I guess. Alright, well, let's see if we can find some artifacts that trigger this thing. That is a great start. Yep, you got it. So it looks like they're setting up for a Viper here very soon. Could be right now, actually. Yep, looks like that's what's happening. I'm just going to take 4 and then kill a Viper here, I think. They bought them both. That's pretty good. And then no major threats here. It's like, yeah, we'll just lose some life. That's fine. Let's pass the turn. Mostly so if they play something with haste here, they don't have the tokens yet. Though, who knows? They might have another Viper, and that'd be kind of gross. But if they do, they do. They earned it. Like, if you just draw hot like fire, so be it. Another Viper? Looks like it is. Nope, just a Disturbing Mirth. Alright, that's not bad. This also gives us a chance to get some permanents that we could sacrifice to the Viper, potentially, which is good. Untap land? I would say untap land would have been fabulous. But I guess we go here. Alright. Now the Viper does make things tough. But at least we can make things big enough to block it, potentially. Alright. I mean, I'll block with the 4/4. Like the best we can do. Yeah, just do what we can. Alright. Oh, really? Damn. Wasn't expecting to draw that. But alright, I guess we're in. Can't really do much with the Thunder Hulk here, but we can use a Synthesizer. Could attack, but they could just chump block with their land or whatever, so we're going to say no attacks. Don't want to risk anything silly happening either. Though now they get the fun thing of getting to Disturbing Mirth, and then possibly you get to draw 2, and then you get to Morph a Dude. Though this next turn is pretty big for us, actually. Because we get to play the Simulacrum Synthesizer, make 2 more things. Probably going to be good enough that we can just start turning stuff around and it's not going to matter. And then if for some reason they're playing sweepers, then we just copy a Synthesizer and do it all over again. I mean, all of our stuff's too big to hit with a cut down. So, well, they could sacrifice a thing and kill something here, though. That's what they're going to be doing. That makes sense. Oh, or is this just another Viper? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Nope. Interesting. Oh, we're just going to do the thing that makes the most sense. No need to get too fancy about it. Ooh. Sadly, can't use that yet. Actually, you know what? Maybe we do leave that, because we do have... Yeah, alright. Yeah, no reason to attack here. So if they don't sack everything, we could just wipe their board. Okay, it's a Viper, sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, attacking, sure. Like, now it doesn't benefit us as much to use the temporary lockdown. So, they got what they wanted. Sure, you got a torch. My dudes are 6/6s now. Alright, well, I think we're just gonna do this. We will copy Synthesizer. Make more things. I guess we'll just do it like that. And do I want to attack with the 9/9 here? Probably. Can't imagine why I wouldn't. Alright. I mean, I guess, like, could have attacked with both of them, but we are at 12, and I don't want anything like too silly happening here. Still able to block their land with Menace. You know, don't know what they're going to turn face up. Could be something that has to do with damage. Speaking of, look who's here. I mean, that being said, if they sack something to Braids, it's like unfortunate, but we're not dead. We just go to 10. Yep. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I know what's on top. Nah, we'll decline. We'll just go to 10. Whatever. If you find some removal, you find some removal. Whatevs. I am, however, going to go ahead and use this now, in case we find something under this Nexus of Becoming. We did not, but this actually isn't that useful for us right now. That's fine. I mean, we just attack with all of it, right? I mean, that's 30, 40. You'd have to kill this. Yeah. I mean, can't let more than one through. I'm willing to gamble. I mean, either Braids or Rottenmouth has to block here. Yep, that makes sense. I guess if I would have attacked with everything... Nah, same thing, because then they just block and still go to 1, and then we have no defense. That's probably worse. Kind of the same outcome here, actually. Alright. They are getting food, which they can crack at some point. But we do have permanents we can sacrifice. We do have things we can discard, so we're not worried about the Viper too much here. And we know Cut Down doesn't get rid of our Thran Spider. Sure. It's a 2/2. Good trick, though. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Alright, so it's a -1/1. You got it. And then you cut down it. And then we take 8. And then they die. Yeah, alright. I mean, they did what they could. I mean, yeah, we'll just sacrifice a thing. And then we just go nuts. With a big ol' Thunder Hulk. Yeah, guess what I'm discarding? Alright, there we go. Love to see it. Alright, this is defense. Not sure if this is a matchup where we're going to be playing defense. Alright, well, there goes our synthesizer, sadly. I mean, opponent, you don't take anything but synthesizer here. I was going to say, you take anything else, that's horrible. Like, that is literally the card to take. Alright. Sure, we just pass. I mean, they know we have the Not On My Watch, but like, I mean, if they're just not going to attack, then like, whatever. that works for us as well. And for all I know, they might just be looking for another removal card or something here, and, you know, that's fine. Gonna get something to destroy a creature? Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright. What does that cost? 5? 3 less if target creature mana value 3 or less. Fair enough. I also have to assume they have some amount of counters. Like, I don't know how true that is, but that's what it feels like. All right, you get 2 duress. Sure. We'll let them pick. I mean, obviously they're going to take not on my watch, right? And then we get to kill this. And then our plan is going to be draw an untapped land so we can just kill the Unstoppable Slasher and not have to worry about it anymore. And then we play next to Becoming, and we play a Metamorph, and then, like, it's all good, right? That's how this works. Nope, we drew an untapped land. Nearly worst case scenario. Or tap land. We need an untapped land. Well, we had some plans. And unfortunately, those plans were not great. Now, admittedly, they can spend their mana, get this back out of the graveyard. We kind of do the same thing all over again. But they're playing a game that's definitely built around the Slasher. Which is why they didn't want us to exile it. Now, the problem here is they also know what's in our hands. So now this all gets kind of weird. Because if we do try to play Mightstone, Weakstone, yeah, I was going to say, we probably end up having another target now. It's like, yeah, not great. Not great. Alright, so now we kind of have to kill the Oculus. Which I hate, but it's probably the right thing to do here. Okay, on the plus side, that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we could play Synthesizer into a Metamorph. That could maybe do something. Alright. I mean, I also don't know what removal they have, because they were playing these. Yeah, that guy's back. I think I have to ask, like, the real question of, do we think we can even race here? Right? Oh, well, maybe. Maybe is the new answer. Alright, so you have one of those in the graveyard. How many of those are you playing, opponent? How many of those are you playing? Because we could do this. Morph this. Oh, but this is legendary. That also would suck. Dang it. I mean, what if we do this? Take a look at what's up top. Thunderhulk's not bad here. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to use, 6 to cast that. Oh boy, this is rough. I gotta figure out this puzzle. I mean, I think we just do it. They don't kill us here. We get to make 2 blockers. They've got 3 unknown cards. But if we survive, and this is a big if, we do ultimately end up being able to play multiple threats and get ourselves out of trouble here. So I don't hate it. I'm just wondering, do I even need Fountain Port, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave it on top just in case something happens to our Mightstone, Weakstone. I don't think that it will, but I guess it could. All right. Flyers coming over the top. Which we may ultimately die to those. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Eesh. That sucks. I mean, you definitely take it, opponent. Actually, maybe not. If they don't take... Oh, this is actually tough for them, believe it or not. Because we can block and survive the Slasher. But then we could lock down plus... Okay. Alright. Alright. Sure. Block here. We lose that anyway, because that had Death Touch, right? We're at 9. Did I get something else out of the yard? What's in? There's nothing in the yard to get. So that makes me feel like they do have a Reanimator spell. Oh, they had another Oculus. That's what they were looking for. Now we're probably in trouble. Yep. Man, if I'd have left this up, I guess it wouldn't have changed much, because we still needed to do this turn the way we need to do it. So, yeah, not a lot to be done there. Pass the turn. If they have a counter, yeah, we're just wrecked, because we can't do anything with the Thunder Hulk. We'll take enough damage over the top, over 2 turns, and we're dead. Alright, well, opponent wins that one. Weird deck, but hey, they get a win. Sure, let's keep it. See if this gets us where we want to go. Alright, well, if they're not going to do anything, I guess Simulacrum Synthesizer it is. We almost... not quite enough mana just yet. So let's just put that at the bottom. We can at least get enough Golems, maybe, and then we can consider what Mondrak's going to do.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it.
Sure, you can have that. Why not? Come on, be 2 good playable things on top. You are craptastic. Drawing cards. Alright. Sure. Alright, you have a bat. That's actually pretty good for us, all things considered, especially since they discarded a cut down. Ah, but they had another bat. Dang it. So now it's going to put us in a situation. Right? You can make us discard this, which they probably will. Nope, they're just making a Sakadu. Interesting.
Haven't you ever heard of
so
personal space?
That was an interesting call on their part. So now I think I'm just going to get back that guy for later. And just see what you want to do. I also could have probably safely drawn cards there, if I'm being honest. They're probably just going to play another Liliana here. But, like, oh, well, that works too. I was going to say, I could have probably drawn cards and been pretty safe under the circumstances. But things are what they are. Ooh, that's actually a great one to draw. Love that. Oh, and we like both of them. I guess we go ahead and try. Just keep making them golems bigger. You got it. Gonna sweep the board? Nope, they're just drawing for something. Yep, that'll work. Oh boy. Alright, let's try. We need an untapped 3rd land either way. Patchwork Beastie. Oh boy. Alright. Lots riding on this next draw. Oh, they only got 1 Delirium, so that's somewhat good. They are playing Breakout, though. Inti, sure. Alright. We'll get a bit of a hit, but probably worth it. Oh gosh, we can't get either of those into play right now. It's so disappointing. Hey, they didn't add the Delirium. Love that. That will probably add to Delirium. Yep, that gets you there. Oh, not anymore. You can attack and discard and get there again. Alright, still at 3 for Delirium counts. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. That sucks. Alright, so what's the worst that happens here, right? We play this, block. The problem is we just can't play anything after it, even if we... Yeah. Yeah, that's just tough. I don't think we have a choice. I have to exile something here. And if they have a land, it's Balustrade Worm incoming. That's pretty bad too, though. Could have countered it, but this is probably fine. Yep. The problem really is NT giving haste and the Balustrade Worm having haste. Yeah, we just didn't hit lands. That's unfortunate. Alright, I gotta make a blocker. But I think we're still ultimately dead. Yeah, just too little too late. Yeah, because the problem is even if we do get this, yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Ooh, alright. We're going first with Synthesizer. I don't know how good this is, but we're hoping. Like, what I'm hoping is if the opponent does have an aggressive draw, there's some chance we, like, Synthesizer into... Thranspire... Oh, I should have played the Seachrome Coast. And then maybe that buys us some time. Oh, it's a Say Its Name type deck. Oh, this is going to be a knowing with the Swarm Weaver. Making the blockers. Alright, well, I guess this is going to be some type of battle for just who can make the most tokens or some such, huh? We get to start first. Oh, wow. Both of them can stay? Like, I don't hate any of that. I mean, we get to go Synthesizer. And these are artifacts. We're not worried about Gliss's ability here. Ooh, and a Mondrak. I think we just leave it as is. I don't think we get too crazy here. Because we're probably just going to metamorph into another Synthesizer. I'm assuming they'll reanimate something crazy somewhere along the line. But even if... The way I see it is, even if they do get a Valgavoth in the yard... we'll just take the damage here. Like, we could ultimately just have stuff big enough to fight Valgavoth. Which sounds crazy to even say, but... You know, kind of is what it is. Now, they can go get their 9/9. But I believe it's just like 9/9 with Trample and doesn't have any other abilities, so we're not too worried about it. Like, don't be wrong, still good, but not, like, scary enough that it's going to end the game or anything here. Brood Spider unveils, and then you can sack it to make a bunch of 1/1s with flying. It's going to suck. They need 6 mana for that, though. Alright. Let's do everything we think we can do here. Stern Lesson. What can we do? We need to get rid of a creature, so we have to play this next turn. But we don't have the mana. We need to just put these both on bottom, actually. We need to hope to draw an untapped land, really. Should be our game plan at the moment. If we can get an untapped land, we can kill probably kill the spider, Brood Spinner, and then still be able to do some other stuff. If not, things are going to hurt a little bit. Part of me is like, I don't care that much that they have mana here, but there is the reality that that dude becomes a problem. So, I guess we just take it. I mean, here's the other thing. If we don't get the land, I was going to say, then we have Not on My Watch. So we play the... Oh, we can't play that still. Gosh dang it. We're still in the same situation. So what's our play here? Do we just like copy the synthesizer? Risk taking 6 in the air. Man. Because if we play this, we get 3 things. I guess we have to have a blocker for that guy. This is probably smarter. And it gets us the mana. Like, unlocks some options, basically. Here we go. And just say, pressure's on you. I mean, this is all we can do, so it's just like, you know, if they kill our Thran Spider, we're probably just dead. Actually, maybe not, because kill Spider, we take 6. We could still block Glissa. Glissa kills a thing. That's 8. But if they kill one of their own creatures, we die too. It's ugly spot. I guess I could have tried to leave mana open for Not on My Watch, but that feels a little too defensive. Alright, that gets a dude out of the yard. I'm not sure what they're going to get other than Brood Spinner. Okay, so that gets 2 blockers. Here's a very interesting thing, that Glissa killing something with first strike damage could be the difference in us living and dying in the wrong scenarios. Which is crazy. But if we play... Oh my gosh. Alright, so... I'm trying to think, like, what's the better play here? Do we just... Oh no, because, well, 2, 4, 6, 8. So their stuff... Wait, okay. So we would lose this first. We would go to 8. Then there's 6 of these and they only have 5 blockers. So 1 just has to get through and that's ball game, right? So if I do this and kill the Vein Ripper, sacking a dude, we go to 8 and I think we're safe? It feels like famous last words, but I think just taking that out solves any of the math problems we would have. Yep. Alright. So we go to 6. Cool. And they have to kill 2 things here. Oh, no, wait! I need to attack with another one! Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, no, I had more than enough. For some reason, I thought it was 1 short. I looked at the stack wrong. I thought there was 1 less creature in there. Okay, it didn't matter anyway. We were good. Had a panic for no reason. I think when I saw it, I thought I had 1 less creature in the pile. And I was like, oh, I needed to attack with this too, so I could get that extra 3 damage and put them at 0. But there was an additional creature there. So I think I was processing 5 instead of 6, and that messed me up for a second. But yeah, either way, worked out. Thought that game was going to go a bit worse, but you know, we'll take what we can get. All right, so this was kind of an interesting one, right? Because it still worked and it still did what we wanted to, but it just didn't feel like quite right enough. And I think the issue is you kind of have to mulligan pretty carefully, and on top of that, you kind of, like, if you end up against non-creature matchups, it gets kind of awkward, and I think it's partially because we don't have quite enough reasonable threats. So one of the things I would like to do is I would like to cut one of the Thunder Hulks. Honestly, I think I'm willing to go down to 1 Thunder Hulk, because while it's nice and getting all the other things is cool, it's more of like a trick. Like, it's a cool thing that happens every once in a while. And Mondrak's nice, but there's an interesting thing with Mondrak, right? When all your other stuff is artifacts, any of their, like, go for the throat type stuff is just going to target Mondrak, right? So then you almost have to get to where you already have a bunch of stuff out, and then you can protect Mondrak from the whatever, right? And that's cool, but I don't think we need it. And then what I would like to do is play a couple of Steel Seraph. I think could be pretty nice. I think that's a good addition. It also lets you give, like, one of your big golems flying and just come over the top and do that. It's some life gain against the aggro decks, so we don't hate that. And then I'm kind of just, like, feeling around for maybe the another removal spell. And I'm thinking maybe Assimilation Aegis. right? This is really good against a lot of different stuff. Again, it only gets a creature, so it doesn't get other stuff, but we do have, like, Get Lost and 3 Steps Ahead to kind of deal with those other things. And these feel like they would be consistently better. And, again, this allows us, like, maybe we still like an Oculus, right? And then we can turn something into an Oculus, and that'd be pretty sweet, right? Wouldn't be too upset about that. There's going to be a few times where we just don't have quite enough removal, because obviously you'd want like another Not on My Watch or whatever, but we do have temporary lockdown. Now we added another Assimilation Aegis. You know, so this feels more like what I would probably go with. Instead of going with the gimmick, I think I'd rather do this. Honestly, I feel like we can almost make an argument that you don't play any Thunder Hulks, and then we just play an extra Assimilation Aegis, right? As just like more removal. Now the downside is, when you do run into the control slower decks or whatever, now Aegis doesn't do anything. So you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. But if you are running into more creature stuff, I think go ahead and play the Aegis over the Thunder Hulk. I think if you are running into more control type things, maybe you can even cut down, you know, take out an Aegis, take out one lockdown, and then just play more Steel Seraphs, because that's good early and it's good late. And it doesn't tap, so you can block stuff with it. You know, it flies. So it does solve a few different problems. So yeah, I think this is probably what we would post up if we were going to go with this. So, the list. 4 3 Steps Ahead, 4 Get Lost, 2 Not on My Watch, 2 Temporary Lockdown, 4 Simulacrum Synthesizer, 3 Stern Lesson, 1 Assimilation Aegis, 3 Thran Spider. Though, maybe it's supposed to be 4 Thran Spider as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we don't want the Aegis, maybe we want a 4th Thran Spider. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go a 4th Thran Spider. I think that helps a lot, and we can dig for stuff if we need to later. So we have 4 Thran Spider, 2 Sunfall, 2 Might Stone, Weak Stone, 2 Steel Seraph, 4 Nexus of Becoming, 1 3-fold Thunder Hulk, 2 Hulking Metamorph. Lands, pretty easy. We have 5 plains, 4 islands, 4 Attica Waste, 3 Flood Farm Verge, 3 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, and 1 Fountain Port. So yeah, it's always pretty cool whenever you can see like older ideas brought back to the forefront, and it's cool that we have this many different decks still available in Standard. So lots of fun stuff depending on what your jam is. Hopefully this one worked for you. If it didn't, check the channel out or one of these other videos, because we have tons of stuff you can play in Standard. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.